do not have... I do not have... Oh, this is perfect. Alright. Put that around now. Alright. Good evening, everyone. Or, better yet, what time is it? It's 12:40 a.m. here. So it might be early in the morning where y'all at. But, yeah. So, I just got in from skating. Just jumped out the shower not too long ago. And I have been thinking about a couple of topics I wanted to talk about. I was going to talk about, do like kind of like a story time of me like when I was on suicide watch in college, but I decided I'll wait to do that one maybe another time. So tonight we're going to be talking about if gay people are really born gay, or is it like a nature versus nurture thing? It's kind of like this never-ending discussion or debate about whether or not people are really born gay. So, before I start, I would like to get your opinions on that. Do y'all think people are just innately born gay or bisexual, transgender, whatever the case is? Or do you think that their life experiences, influences, their environment, how they were raised, do you think that plays a factor? Or do you think it's a combination of the two? I'm gonna try to do this and play this game at the same time, but I really feel like this is not gonna work, but we're gonna try. I mean, I'm only gonna get better with practice, so.
3, 2, 1, go!
I feel like it is complicated as well. I feel like there's no clear-cut answer to this. I'm gonna let everyone kind of chime in first before I start, giving my experience or my opinion. Wait, what's happening? Oh, I wasn't supposed to play this one. No, go back. I wasn't supposed to play this one. I've already beaten this. I think it's very much possible people are born gay for the most part, and then there's people who like to experiment and find themselves. Wait, what? You like 90% gay, 5% straight? Let me find out. Dang, you knew he was gay as a toddler. That's crazy. Okay, so I guess I can't really speak for everybody else. I can only speak from my own experience. So I guess I'll just kind of talk about that. Really? You could like do that with a woman? Boy, you ain't gay. You can't claim gay no more. I'm sorry, you a fake gay.
3, 2, 1, go!
Cause ain't no way. Like even just a naked woman is just like Oh my god, like I freak out. I'm like, no. Like even when we was playing Witcher and the lady had her shirt off and she was fucking Geralt, I was like, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, so in my experience growing up, I would say as long as I've been able to tell, I've always been attracted to the same gender. However, yeah, I think sexuality is kind of like a spectrum. So I can see what he's saying when he says he's like 5% like straight. I can't relate, but you're still a fake gay to me. So yeah, as long as I've been able to tell, I've been attracted to the same gender. Now I will say, growing up, because of how I was brought up and raised, I was taught that, you know, boys are supposed to be with girls and boys are supposed to like girls or whatever the case is. So growing up in elementary school, I did have my girl crushes. I never dated a girl. I kissed a girl in middle school. Oh, that was going to be another story time for the Natural Hair channel, but it never happened. I think I tried to make that video one time and I just kind of gave up. I'm just not good at story times. Anyways, yeah, so as far as I know, I've always been gay. But, oh, damn it! See, I can't do this because I get distracted. Alright, let me just go ahead and get to the point. Oh, Lord, they're about to die. So, yeah, this is really not gonna work. I think I'm gonna have to pause this and get the ball rolling first. Alright, let me do this. So, like, the earliest I've had a crush on a guy, I can remember, is maybe like 4th grade. I remember thinking there was this boy named Bryce in my 4th grade class. He was light-skinned, he was dorky, he had the old man haircut where the sides were like shaved but the top was like up. So yeah, he was cute to me. I think he was only cute to me because he was light-skinned, and back then I was just like into light-skin for whatever the reason. But that's the earliest I can remember having an attraction to a guy. And even back then, I didn't know what gay was. It was just kind of like, oh, this guy is cute to me. Like, I think I like this guy. I want to be around this guy. I want to talk to this guy. Like, I'm attracted to him. Whatever. But I didn't have a word for it. Sex never came to mind, of course. It was just attraction. So, going... I think in middle school is when I came to the realization and admittance to myself that I was gay. And I remember sitting there thinking, like, I remember sitting there in my room and I said to myself, I said, I'm gay. Like, I literally had to admit to myself that I was gay because I was brought up like, gay is bad, you're going to hell, you're gonna burn, I'll disown you, I hate gay people burn in hell. Like, it was just like, it was not an okay thing. So it's safe to say that I was not brought up to believe or raised to be gay. But clearly that ain't work. So after I've admitted that to myself, I started to explore my sexuality more. And by explore, I mean look at porn. Let's face it. Back then, I think when boys got to middle school, boys started talking and, you know, started to look up different stuff in magazines or whatever. So that was how I kind of explored my sexuality. At first, I was looking at the straight porn, and then it was like, I was looking at it, but I was focusing on the guy, right? And this is before I admitted to myself I was gay. I was focusing on the guy and not really the girl. So then in my mind, I was like, if I go to a gay porn site, there'll be twice as many guys. So I'll be able to see twice as much as what I want to see and get the girl out the equation. And then I think at that point it was like, okay, you're on a gay porn site. I think you're gay. So yeah, that was my whole coming into my sexuality sort of thing. So I say all that to say, I don't think that. Well, actually, no. I have to keep going. In my natural hair channel, I've talked about my experience of sexual abuse. I was sexually molested and raped twice in my childhood, as far as I know, by two different people. When I say twice, two different people. I don't know how many times it happened. I don't know how often it happened. I know it was more than once. But I remember being molested by a female family member. Not family member, she was a family friend of the family, I should say. And then also by my stepfather. And it's funny because I remember all of that happening, and for whatever the reason, I didn't tell anyone because I didn't want to get in trouble. Like, that was just like the biggest thing. I don't want to get in trouble, so I'm not going to say anything. Yeah, exactly. I blocked out, my mind just naturally blocked out what happened. So I don't know specific details. I can't remember everything that's happened, but I remember sitting there watching Oprah, and it was this woman talking to Oprah, and she was talking about her experience being raped and being molested and sexually assaulted. And I was like, oh my gosh, that sounds so horrible. I wonder what that must be like to experience that. And then when I said that, it was like, and then all of a sudden I'm starting to see like images of like things I just naturally would not imagine. Like, I would not imagine sexual images with my stepfather. Like, I just wouldn't imagine that. So I'm like, how is this popping up in my head? Like, and then from there, it was like, it's almost like looking at a slideshow, but you cutting out part of the slides, so you're only getting pieces and bits of it. So I was like, oh wow. It was starting to come back to me. So that's when I realized I was in fact molested and raped as a child. So all this time going through middle school, high school, whatever the case, I've always told myself I was born this way. As far as I know, I've always been gay. The problem with that is I don't know if I was really born this way, because I mean, I've gone through a traumatic experience in my childhood to the point where my mentality, my mind just literally blocked it out because it was that traumatic, and I forgot about it for years. So if my mind was able to do that of its own accord, who's to say that I'm naturally just gay? Maybe this is a byproduct of being sexually abused. Did you ever tell? No, I didn't. I did confront the girl who did it to me. She was a teenager at the time. I was like in preschool, kindergarten type situation. As it turns out, she was also sexually abused, so she ended up continuing the cycle. But I confronted her about it years later in college when she added me on Facebook, and we started reconnecting and talking, and she had gotten married and she was starting a family, and I don't know how we ended up talking about it, but I just I decided to confront her about what she did. And honestly, she didn't remember what happened. She didn't even remember doing it. And to be perfectly honest, I can't say she was lying, because I mean, if she didn't even remember doing it, and I barely remembered it happening, so I mean, and she was also a victim of sexual abuse as well. She admitted that to me, so I mean, I could kind of relate to her on that. So I mean, I didn't feel some type of way that she forgot. It didn't. I think once I confronted her about it, I got closure, and it didn't haunt me or bother me after that. So I think that's why I'm like cool with it now. I'm not gonna say I'm cool with it, but I'm just like I've dealt with it. I've coped with it. I've addressed it. I haven't just brushed it under the rug. You know, I've confronted it. As far as my stepfather, I haven't told anybody, but I told my little sister Leah. And I'm pretty sure I told another family member, but I didn't tell my mom. And that's probably the most important person I probably should tell. And most people think, well, why wouldn't you tell your mom? Let me tell you. Y'all know how you hear all these stories about girls going back to their parents and telling their mom that their father raped them or whatever the case is, or he touched them. No, they're not still married. They're divorced, long since divorced. And you know how like the mom like is in denial, or they start to blame the child, or crazy shit like that. I don't know for certain, but I just know I can just see my mom doing some shit like that. I'm gonna just be honest. I really can just see my mom doing some shit like that, and I think that's part of the reason. Even though as I matured, and I had been dealing with it in my adolescent years, I kind of just made the conscious decision to just not tell her, because honestly I felt like it was not going to make my situation better. If anything, it was going to make it worse, because in middle school and high school I was already dealing with coming out to her finding out I was gay, her being pissed off, her verbally abusing me, constantly throwing me out the house. I was going through a lot at home between me and my mom already. So me admitting to her that, hey, you know, your ex-husband was touching up on me, that wasn't a good situation. So, yeah. I didn't tell her, and even to this day she still doesn't know. And the reason why I still haven't told her is because honestly at this point it's not going to change anything. Like, he's not going to go to jail. The man is like damn near old. The man is out of it, okay? Like he's just out of it. He's an alcoholic. I don't know. He's doing him wherever. So I look, it is what it is. But anyways, I just feel like nothing would come of it besides more drama, more heartache. So I'm good. I'm good. I don't think, I'm not even gonna get into that. So yeah, that's that. So, I'm cool with the whole, being sexually abused. I've dealt with it. I've coped with it. It doesn't haunt me. I don't think about it. It's not like I'm trying to run away from it. I've addressed it personally. I've meditated, reflected on it. So, mine went on for years. I've gone through so much in my life, between sexual abuse, dealing with homophobia in my family, being physically abused to the point where I don't even remember that. My older sister came to me one night. She was like in tears, crying, and I'm like, girl, what the hell's wrong with you? She's like, I can't sleep because I'm having nightmares about, when your stepdad used to beat on you, and he beat you with the rocking chair and this and that, and you was just so little, and she was just going in. I'm just sitting there like, girl, I'm sorry. I'm like, you on your own with this one, because I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Like, I mean, it's horrible, but I don't remember any of that, but apparently it happened. And I do remember, it's funny, I do remember back to my childhood, and I just remember that rocking chair. And for whatever the reason, that rocking chair was so significant to me in my memory, and I don't know why. And I guess now I figured out why. Apparently he beat me with the rocking chair and broke it. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she's getting plagued with the nightmares and stuff. Maybe she's feeling a sense of guilt because she felt like she could have did something or stopped it or whatever the case is. I don't know. But anyways, going back to the topic, I say all that to say I don't really know if I was born gay or not. I do feel like because of my experiences with sexual abuse, I feel like that's impacted my attraction to the same gender. And I will also say, when it comes to the opposite gender, it's not that I'm just not attracted to it. It's almost like a sense of being disgust. Like, I don't like a woman's body. Like, y'all cute and all, but like the whole breastises and the vagina monster. I just, the idea of it is just, it makes me feel sick and uncomfortable. So yeah, I don't know if that's normal, but I'm good on that. I'm too good on that. And it's funny because I had someone who was transgender. They hit on me and they was like, would you ever date, a trans woman? And I was like, no. Like, I didn't mean it for it to come out like that, but it was just like, no, I would never. Like, y'all got the breastnesses and stuff, and no, I just can't. So I think that feeling also comes from my experience growing up, with the sexual abuse from the female. So yeah. And you know what? Now that I think about it, there was also, you know what? Man, whatever, fuck it. There was also this allegation or this rumor that was going around the family that my stepfather had also been touching on my older sister. And I think it got back to my mom. Now, I'm just hearing this through the grapevine. My family real messy. But I heard that it got back to my mom. And instead of my mom doing something about it, the way I envisioned her reacting to it is exactly how they said she reacted to it. She started attacking and chastising my sister, the victim, and trying to make her feel bad and feel guilty and being in denial about this man doing whatever it is that he did to her. And looking back on it now, I've always felt this sense of uneasiness around this man, and I guess that explains why. Because like I said, I don't have all the pieces when it comes to him specifically. I do remember in detail some of the events that happened with the girl, but with him, I only have like bits and pieces where I'm just like, I'm remembering things where I was in situations that I should not have been in. So, yeah, this video is not about my sexual abuse story, but it's really just about how I just feel like when it comes to sexuality, I don't think it's a clear-cut situation of just born this way versus outside influences. Now, I will say that I've met people who are in fact gay that have had a somewhat normal childhood where they had both mother and father in the house, in their household, in their lives, and they didn't experience any type of traumatic like abuse. Almost died, or anything like that. So I do think people can in fact be born gay, and that's just naturally their affinity. That's just naturally what they're drawn and attracted to. But for me, I don't feel like that's the case. And I guess I say all this to say, despite like that happening, like, and me being the way that I am as possibly the result of my sexual abuse, I don't really view myself being gay as being damaged per se, but I just view it as a sense of it's something that I had no control over, and I've dealt with it, and having dealt with it, I've accepted it and accepted that this is a part of me and who I am, and I have no control or influence on my sexuality either way it goes. So I think people tend to focus too much on whether or not people are really born this way versus whether they're not, and honestly, I'm not going to say it doesn't matter, because it does, but I don't think people can really just raise you to be a certain sexuality. Well, no, I suppose they could. I just feel that way because I was raised to be straight and that didn't work. So my sister, she's already admitted on here that she's gay, so I mean, I guess the secret's out. But damn it. And as far as I know, she said ain't nothing happened to her. She said she was cool the whole time, so no one touched her. She didn't have any crazy experiences. She said as far as she knows, she's always been like that. And again, she was brought up in a household where that was not that, like, that's not cool. Like, you're not about to walk around here and just be gay. Like, that's not, my family ain't cool with that. So I don't know, two different perspectives, but oh, why do I keep dying? Growing up, I remember my parents arguing most of the time. I wouldn't want to remember. I'm glad my mind has blocked it away from my consciousness. Yeah, that's me too. I think it would be more traumatic for me if I had remembered everything. I don't want to remember. Like, just knowing that it happened is good enough for me. I don't need to know the intimate details. Cause then, and I will say, like, when I started to explore my sexuality, I remember a sense of feeling dirty. And looking back, I can see it was because of what I had gone through with, you know, the whole sexual abuse thing. So I had to learn how to be comfortable with being intimate with you know, my boyfriend or whatever the case is. Alright, but that was pretty much it. That's all I got for y'all. This is gonna be a short stream because I actually gotta wake up tomorrow, and I'm doing Henny's hair tomorrow. It's our off day, so her hair takes a while to do. Damn it! So I want to make sure I get up early enough so I can go and do it, so that I'll have enough time to get back and do Resident Evil tomorrow. And just for everyone that's new subscribers, thanks for subscribing. On Sunday we have Friday Night Sunday or whatever. I think that's what it's called. So every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we play a scary type of game. Right now I'm doing Resident Evil 7. And I need to start looking for another game to play after we finish that game. But we'll be doing that tomorrow. So be sure to tune in for that. Hopefully we'll be on schedule tomorrow. I know I don't stream on a regular, consistent basis, so I try to at least make that consistent. I'm so tired. I was tired all day. It's funny because I had slept in this morning. I was supposed to get up for a 9 o'clock appointment. Have a good night. I was supposed to get up for a 9 o'clock appointment. Tell me why I woke up at 8:30. Lord. So I woke up late, got to work, still was tired after having slept in, and even after like all of that, I was still just like dozing off at work today. It was crazy. I don't know what's going on with me today. Shoot the helicopter down! Okay, let me get on this helicopter. It took 30 minutes for us to beat this level. That's a damn shame. 30 damn minutes. And for those of y'all that don't know, this is Broforce. You can purchase this on PSN. As I recall, it wasn't that expensive. It's a decent game if you're into this sort of thing. It's great if you have other people you can play with. Why is it Mega Cocter? Oh, I hate this one. Oh, no! Alright, I'm gonna try to beat this and then we're gonna call it a night. But yeah, that's why I didn't jump on and play Witcher, because normally I would play Witcher right now. But, because it was gonna be a short stream. And then I want to have a discussion or whatever. Wait, where's the helicopter? Oh, there you go. Oh, I did all that and died? Get out of here. Oh, at least we got a checkpoint. Come on, man. I forgot I'm playing on hard. Come on! Go! Keep moving, keep moving! Ah, she blew up! Oh, she blew up into the helicopter. Oh, I shot him and he blew up right in front of me. His gun is too explosive. Keep moving. Ah, damn it! Oh, I hate these. Alright. It's gonna be kind of challenging with this sword guy. Oh, Narada! We were so close. Okay, this guy should be easier. Oh! Okay, you know what? It sucks because you have to time when to hit the barrels, all while not getting killed in the process. Oh, he hit that backflip. Damn it! Y'all, we gonna beat this. Eventually. Eventually. He shot me! And this is supposed to be like, the guy from Matrix. He ain't even got a gun. Come on, Raiden. Don't let me down. Oh, you let me down. What you do? Oh, my God. All right. No, I didn't mean to knock it over. Ah! Oh, that was close. Oh, we ran out of room, so we gotta kill him before we run out of... Oh, they just made it even more challenging. Oh my gosh, this is too explosive. Oh, his gun is hard to shoot. that wasn't gonna work. Because when you shoot his machine gun, it pushes him back, and then he doesn't have good range. So he was just a bad choice altogether. Come on. Damn, I tried to get away from him. I wonder if I can change the difficulty. Look at that. What is that? What? He's not even in the screen yet. Uh-oh, Mr. T in the building. Come on, Mr. T. Oh, don't get shot, Mr. T. Don't get shot. Oh, damn, it took too long. Oh my gosh. Alright, just don't die. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, go! Where are you? Oh my God. I think this is gonna be the last time I play this game. Can I shoot the thing? No. And I just jumped to my death. Okay. It's hard because you have to keep moving and then you have to time it right, otherwise it doesn't work. And this dude got a grenade launcher. What are you gonna do with a grenade launcher? Come on, get out of there! Get out of there! Get out of there! Ah! Oh, I can't beat it. Ooh, machete. We about to quit because it's getting late and I can't beat this. Oh, he got stuck in the ladder, bro. He got stuck in the ladder. I was doing good. I promise you on normal, it's not this hard. Almost there! Come on! Get out of here with this bullshit, man! And this guy's garbage. And I just fell. Yeah, I'm about to quit. I'm not even about to sit here and have y'all sit through this any longer than y'all already have. Don't I was. This is worse than Dark Souls. Like, this is the worst. Okay, so I can't change the level. Dude, you blew. Y'all saw that, right? Y'all saw that. Oh, I was stuck. I couldn't get out. I couldn't get out. Oh, get out. You know what? We're not doing this. Y'all have a great night. Thanks for tuning in and chiming in on the discussion. But I refuse to continue this insanity. I said I was leaving, but I'm still doing this. Come on, come on, come on! Did we do it? We did it! Finally, my God. It only took us almost an hour. And right on time too, 1:30. Alright, thanks again guys for tuning in and chiming into the discussion. I will see y'all tomorrow, definitely for Resident Evil at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll probably do some Witcher 2 tomorrow, so y'all got that to look forward to. Have a great night and be blessed. Oh, is this saved?